What's up, guys? Welcome to part 6. I'm going to talk very briefly in this part, and then I'm going to let you guys just enjoy the time lapse. I just wanted to simply cover, in this part, the beginning half of the video is me working back through the crown, the chain, the armor, and a bit of the staff hand kind of thing, and just really focusing in on the crown, the chain, and the armor. And I think I dabble a little bit in the background too. But I really wanted to voice on basically how I approach color, because this is the start of the color phase in this piece. And what I usually do is I bring the piece, whatever I'm working on, up to about 75% finish, and then I'll do the color stage where I'll take an overlay layer and I'll basically make an overlay layer, and then I will start laying in the color where I choose. Sometimes I go in with the idea of what colors I want to use. And then sometimes I don't. I just kind of sit there and experiment and play around until I get what I'm looking for. In this case, I didn't actually know what colors I wanted to use. I knew that the right side of him I wanted to be fairly lit. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be more of an orange or a red or a yellow. So, I mean, you'll see in the piece later basically how it turns out. But I basically experimented with color quite a bit. The left side of the piece, I knew I wanted blues and maybe some purples and maybe some pinks. So that was known as in my darks. I wanted very like cool and kind of withdrawn back, but the lights I wasn't really entirely sure. So there is a little bit of experimentation as far as the colors I use and the direction I go with that. But that's basically how I approach color. I do 75% of the painting. I do an overlay layer or two, depending. I lay my colors in where I want, and then I do a normal layer on top, and then I basically bring the areas that I want more into focus and give them more love and bring them up to polish, and then the other areas I just kind of let sit how they were established in the overlay layer. And it's more or less how I approach color. I learned that technique from Dave Greco, and it's been a big help for me because I struggled for a long time of like how to approach color so the paintings don't look mushy, and your darks don't look super disgusting and kind of washed out and whatnot. So I learned that from Dave Greco, and ever since then I've been implementing it in a lot of my work and trying to figure out ways of kind of throwing my own style at it and approaching things. So. So that's basically what this episode is all about. This part's all about, and I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the time lapse now because I've been rambling on for about 3 minutes. So enjoy this part, guys. I'll see you next week.